To our fighters here tonight. Come on, let's go. Let's hear it for them, everybody. Come on, we have a special Yes. This is just the first part of a long day today. We have obviously 2 fighters here ready to promote their upcoming fight November 22nd in Macau, China. And it's great to have all you media over here and also some fans. I see some fans in the house as well. Thank you so much for joining us. So, my name is Franco Pacman, and I'll be hosting and mediating here. We'll have a Q&A a little bit here with the media. And of course, throughout the day here, we'll have special events as we promote their fight on November 22nd. But first off, we have to give them a pretty big welcome here, San Francisco. So let's hear it for them. It wouldn't be complete without presenting, of course, our special guests with some San Francisco Giants jerseys. Let's hear it for them. So thank you, everybody. Welcome to San Francisco. What we're going to do right now is take some photos, and you're already taking photos already, which is great. And then we're going to have them turn around as well. But let's go get the fighters first off. Let's give a round of applause. Chris Algieri and Manny Pacquiao. So come on up here, guys. We'll get you in your pose, and we'll get everybody else. Come on over here. We'll start with a group shot. And what we'll do is we'll take some photos here for the.
Well, first, it's not new for me it's not my first time to fight a taller than me. I have been fighting bigger and taller than me, so we know what we're going to do in training, what strategy that we're going to apply for this fight. So, but about the prediction, I don't want to predict for this fight. I just want to make sure that this is going to be a good fight and to prepare 100%.
Let's ask some questions about with the trainers here. We've got Freddie Roach and Tim Lane here. Anyone want to direct any questions to any of the trainers? You have one for the trainers?
So I know your last fight with Bradley, there was no distractions, you put everything aside. You know, so you said it was like one of the best training camps you ever had. Is that going to be the case with this fight?
So the question was, with the last fight with Bradley, they said no distractions this time around. It's one of the best camps we had. Getting ready for that fight. Is there anything different that you're doing to prepare for this fight?
No, we get in Los Angeles to this fight, and Manny has one obligation for the basketball team, and we made an agreement that if we miss, he only miss one day for the coaching basketball. His dad's a good assistant coach. He's going to take care of everything. Once training camp starts, it's full go, 100% training for this fight, we'll be in great shape.
Yeah, on the flip side, Tim. You pass the mic to Tim here. Tim, what kind of training are you going to have for Chris here to get ready for a fighter such as Manny Pacquiao?
We're going to do the same thing we always do. We're going to set up a perfect camp. It's going to be held in Las Vegas. I got the perfect sparring partners. Although it was very difficult to find guys, I couldn't find anybody exactly like Manny because he just, on a different level with his speed and his movement. But I got some guys that are going to try to emulate him, and as much as I got to mix him out of the ring, I'll mix him up, and we'll have a beautiful camp. Chris and I have been working together 14 years. We know what we need. I know what he needs, and he knows how to live outside of the gym. So it's going to be a perfect camp, and we'll be 100%.
We have fun at camp too. All right, that's a good question there. And let's get some more questions here. This is your opportunity to ask. We've got questions for both fighters here. Trainers are here as well. Anything about the fight November 22nd? Yes. True.
Truth is Gara, Philippine News. Question for Team Pacquiao or Pacquiao. I was talking with Justin Fortune, your strength conditioning trainer, and he said you guys are spending your full training camp in the Philippines. So do you prefer training in the Philippines or the U.S.?
Training in the Philippines or the U.S.?
Well, for this fight being in Macau, we're training in the Philippines all the time, and it's on the same time zone. We want to be able to get out so much. So on Monday, we'll be our last day sparring. We'll travel Monday night to Macau, and we'll be here for 5 days, and it'll be nice and fresh, and everything will be, all the work will be done.
Okay. You got a question, sir?
Chris and Tim, Chris, do you feel disrespected to a certain extent that people will talk about Mayweather and so forth? And Tim, on your end, Are you going to be a defensive fight, or are you going to go right at Pacquiao, or just stay on the outside and try to jab and move away, because he's pretty intimidating and a great counter puncher? Are you going to try for a knockout or just try to win a decision?
So there's a simple question. Go ahead.
Two-parter. And personally, I do not feel disrespected about all the Mayweather talk, because that's been going on long before I was even involved. And you know, whenever Mayweather's involved, it's always a big deal, so of course people are going to bring that up. But I know Manny's a great competitor, and he's going to focus for our fight on November 22nd. And you know, the Mayweather sweepstakes will still be there afterwards, or either one of us. So we'll see. You know, we'll see the fight.
And what kind of fight are you going to plan to attack?
You want to handle that one?
Yeah, the game plan is going to go out there and box. Boxing games, offense, defense, and countering. We'll see. You know, we'll see what card we need to play, and there's not going to be any talk about what our specific game plan is. But Chris will be ready to box, whether it be inside, outside. He's going to be ready to fight.
So he'll mix it up.
He will, of course. He mix up. You know, a lot of people say in the last fight that they didn't want to say certain things about his movement or whatever, but don't get it wrong. Chris throws more punches. He throws over 100. You see his average. Chris throws over 100 punches per round. You can talk about his movement or whatever, but his numbers are there. He just, you know, he does it all. Offense, defense, countering. Expect him to put on a beautiful, wonderful fight.
Next question. We got a question in the front here.
No, you dominated the fight with Rios. It definitely seems to be a little bit of hesitation. I know you mentioned after the fight that you did feel a bit tentative, whether that was coming off the loss to Marquez or anything like that. But in your fight with Bradley, you saw someone that was a lot more confident. I thought you fought better in the second fight against Bradley than you did the first time. Was it something having to do with confidence? Was it the training camp a little bit different? What sort of attributed to your performance going from the Rios fight to Bradley fight?
I always have confidence to win the fight, every fight. And on the Bradley fight, just, you know, we know the first fight is, we did not boxing.
You won the first fight?
I won the first fight. So the second fight is not hard for me because I know what I'm doing. So that's why I have 100% confidence to win the fight.
Jerry Hoffman, 12 Sports for Freddie. Is the Mayweather potential fight with Manny dead because of the relationship between Golden Boy and Top Rank? Is it about the weight? Because Manny's talking about going down to 140. Can we pretty much put a fork in that potential fight happening?
I don't think so. I think that fight can still happen, and it should happen, and I think it needs to happen for boxing. And I think I'm pretty confident it will happen pretty soon.
Okay. And Chris Algieri, you've never been a 12-1 underdog before. Is there a possibility that Manny might look at those odds? He has so much else going on that he could take you lightly?
You know, I can't speak for Manny. I'm just worried about what I'm going to do in my training camp. And I've been in the dog many times before in past my career, so I think if I was a favorite, I feel more comfortable. So this is home for me.
Let's get on this side over here. Go ahead.
Two-part question, one for Freddie Wilson and Manny. Freddie, I'd heard earlier reports that you were a little bummed out that Manny wasn't doing any training at Wildcard. So are you upset that the training's being altered a little bit?
Talking about the training at Wildcard. How do you feel about that?
Not at all. You know, whenever we fight in Macau, China, it's a better choice for us to train in General Santos. And we did have a possible training camp meeting in Manila, and I was against that a little bit because General Santos became more down there, and there's a lot more concentrated in General Santos, and you know, there's so many distractions in Manila for me and Pacquiao. So General Santos is our choice, and that's my number one choice.
And then the second part question to Manny. I was just curious, you know, I'm a huge fan of him, by the way, and everybody else is here. Can't stand Mayweather, almost stand the Mayweather question, but his one little thing that he always used to say is that he's his own promoter. And I know a lot of times amongst my friends, we wonder, to me, I think we're just as big as boxing in itself, but why you need Top Rank or Bob Arum and always fights together, right? I feel you have the power
No, we're trying to communicate with them, with my team, but the problem is something wrong with their camp. So I don't know what's happening.
How about you?
Yeah. I have a question for Manny and then one for Algieri. My question is, I've gone to a lot of press conferences, and I hadn't really noticed, but I noticed today, Manny, your right hand, it looks like you're like you have a cyst, or is that some kind of an injury? Or is that something that you've always had in the past, like you noticed before?
No.
And my question to Algieri is, Manny obviously is unfounded, one or two guys at that height. Do you think that your height would be towards your advantage as far as him being concerned about the height, the reach, and your speed?
I would think so. I mean, I would think that they would be trying to prepare for that because it is an issue. It's fought tall guys before, but maybe not as guys that are as athletic as me who move the way that I do, and someone who uses the ring like I do at the length and range that I have. So, but I guess we'll see on November 22nd. I'm sure they're going to come up with a great game plan. We gotta be able to come up with our own strategy and implement it.
So my first question is for Chris. Recently there was an LA setback video that came out kind of insinuating or that you had been sparring Marcus Maidana leading up to this fight. Was that a current video or was that an archival video?
First of all, I like the sweater. But no, it was actually about a year ago. Working with Maidana. I was not working with him for this fight in particular. But myself and Marcos, we sparred 40, 50 rounds in preparation for a couple of his fights and a couple of my own.
And I'm not sure if you're a boxing historian, but would you say a comparison to Joey Maxim would be favorable to the way that you fight?
Well, Bob actually grew up Gene Tunney as being someone that was more similar to my style. And I would agree with that because Tunney was a very smart fighter and utilized angles, defense, the jab and timing was a big part of his game. So I would lean more towards what Mr. Bob Arum said.
And my last question is for Mr. Pacquiao. At this point, are you fighting for legacy? And also, the second part, who's your favorite San Francisco Giant?
I'm fighting for my name and to maintain my name in the top in boxing. So for the San Francisco Giant, the whole thing. The whole thing. It's unfair to the other players.
All right, let's get some questions on this other side over here. We've got some questions. How about you, the Giants head right there? Go ahead.
This is for Manny and Freddie. So far, what's been your favorite fight? Like the fight that when you were done, where like, man, that was a great fight. I really enjoyed that fight. Out of all the fights you had so far.
What was your favorite fight so far, especially working together here?
I think all of those. The fight. My last fight.
Like your most favorite one, maybe something that most memorable that stood out for you.
I think all the championship fights.
Championship fights.
How about you, Freddie?
Ready?
I think the big fight was De La Hoya. That was a big change for us. And put us in the big leagues. He's tall. He fights like Algieri a little bit, and then remember what happened in that fight. Okay?
Fantastic. He's got another follow-up question for Algieri's camp.
What's your favorite fight so far?
I'm sorry?
Your favorite fight?
What's been your favorite fight so far? 20-0.
Yeah.
I would say the fight with Emmanuel Taylor back in February this past year was kind of a turning point for me because I was able to stick with the game plan for a full 10 rounds with a very dangerous guy. And all in all, it was actually, as difficult as it was mentally, it was easy physical fight.
And for you, which one was your favorite fight?
My favorite fighter, Chris, was Jose Peralta. And a lot of people kept coming to me and said, telling me, Chris has no amateur fights. Jose Peralta was an Olympian, he had 200 amateur fights. And they kept on talking about Jose, and I said, hey, whoa. talk about Chris. This guy is a genius in everything he does. He's succeeded in everything he does. He's 40-0 as a professional, has a master's degree. Don't talk about somebody who did some things as an amateur. Chris is gonna beat him. Easy fight. He got clipped, but he came back and showed everybody what time it is. And you know, he's great.
That was a fun fight.
Now, what was it like when you found out, you know what, I'm going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao? It was
awesome. You know, it was awesome. To even be in the running for a fight like that, a big showdown, and a huge fight like this with the press corps and everything involved. It's definitely an honor to share the stage here with Manny, and we'll be great on November 22nd. You know, as a fighter, this is what you want. You know, this is how you take that next step.
But you sir, right there.
Yeah, I got a stake both for Manny. I think you've been a great champ. You saved the fight game for me. I'm getting tired of that. As champ, I see what we need. You see my last act.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Let's get some other questions too. I know we've got, how about you?
So, I'm Kiana Medina from Behind the Gloves. My question's for Algieri right here. I just wanted to know, after your fight with Provodnikov, what made you feel ready for Pacquiao?
You know, after the Provodnikov fight, I think I had to show a lot to the boxing world. Things that we already knew that I had, no one had really seen yet. So, you know, it's a natural progression to try and reach for something bigger and better. And you know, Ruslan's one of the most feared guys in the sport. And after getting past him, I mean, what's the next logical step up?
No. Thank you.
Okay. We've got a question in the corner over here. Let me reach out. Go ahead.
Fight Hub. How would you compare the fight fans in terms of enthusiasm and knowledge between the U.S. and China?
To compare the fans, of course, the fans in Vegas is different. They know boxing well, but in Asia we just starting to promote boxing there. We're very happy because I'm very happy because of the turnout of the fight, the last fight that we had in Macau, and the people they really want to know boxing, they really watch boxing. So this is good. This is a good opportunity to promote boxing in Asia, especially in China.
Hi, Nicholas Smallwood, sorry. Manny, tell us a little bit about your future plans of running for Senate in the Philippines. How many more fights do you expect to have? Do you expect to fight through 2016?
First, I'm not thinking about running right now. I'm not thinking about running a high because the election is way far away, and also I'm happy to be a congressman right now in the province and helping people, and of course, and also I have no plan yet to retire or to end my boxing career. I still can fight, and I want to continue fighting and keep on fighting.
Manny, I've got a question over here. What are your thoughts going into this fight against Chris Algieri? What have you been thinking about? What are your thoughts going into this fight with Chris Algieri? Someone wanted to ask.
Well, our fight is going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight because first, he loves to throw a lot of punches. He mentioned that a while ago. He's throwing every round 100 punches, so that's good. That's good. We can create a good fight and create a lot of action in the ring. Expecting this is going to be a good fight.
Okay. We've got about 5 more minutes over here, so let's get some good questions here for both fighters if we can. How about you?
Yeah, I had a question for Manny and Chris. First, Manny, we've seen you evolve over the years throughout your career, your fighting style. The way you fight now, what advantages does that give you over a fighter with Chris's style?
What are the advantages that you have now over Chris's style?
I think the advantage I have is good experience. I have more experience than him.
And then for Chris, You won the 140-pound championship. I believe this fight's a catch weight of 154. If you were to beat Manny, do you think you test the waters at a full 147, or would you go back down to 140?
That's actually a great question. I'll see what the landscape looks like at the fight, but I'm a boxing purist, and I would not mind going back down 40 and unifying the titles there. But we'll see, like I said, what happens, after this fight and what the boxing landscape looks like.
We got a few more on this side. Yeah, sir. Predictions here. Full rounds or what?
It's going to be an action-packed fight no matter what. As many rounds as it goes, it's going to be action.
Get some over here. Some hands up. How about you? Predictions here. What round do you think you'll be? No predictions.
Freddie got one. I know Freddie.
Look at Freddie here. Freddie? Want to plead fit on that?
We haven't started throwing the game yet, so I'll make a prediction, but I'm not ready right now. It is the press right now, but we will not know that problem too.
All right, we're heating up over here, folks. This is what it's all about, okay? Let's get we've got a few more minutes over here, so let's get some really good pressing questions as we promote this fight November 22nd, in particular the fight. How about you right there?
This is for Manny. Do you think you're going to fight at 154 again or no?
You're going to fight at 154 again? No?
No.
Yes? Too much there for Manny. Okay, you have a question? You study each other's... Yeah, that's a good question. How much studying have you done? Let's start with Chris there.
I mean, I've been watching Manny as he's been fighting for years now. I'm not big on studying tape, though. I think that's my coaches. They'll study tape, come up with strategy, and we'll use that during training camp, build strategy, and then fight next just implementation.
How about you, Manny? What have you studied about Chris?
Well, I do all the studying, and Manny has like watching tape and much. If I can Manny watch 30 seconds, I'm really well. Manny is like watching tape too much, so he has starts me, and I watch all the fights. I'm trying to find some southpaw fights. It's been a little bit difficult though. He is fighting southpaw. Yeah, I know these problems quite well. But I do a lot of research, and we'll find habits that he has. Once I find that habits, we'll take him into them.
We have room for a few more as we start wrapping things up. You had a pressing question there.
We have an agreement 4 weeks before the fight, no basketball, and we just coach after that.
Nice. Let's do one on the corner over here. How about you? There you go. This is a little human interest one. What kind of music do you listen to get pumped up and ready for fights? Chris?
I listen to hip-hop. It's got rhythm, and get your blood flowing a little bit.
Hard beats right there. Get you going. Manny, what kind of music?
I hear the bagger.
Hey, good old classic, right? That's a good one.
I thought it was my way.
Not any of your tracks? Your songs? All right, let's see. Right there in the back.
Chris, this is your biggest payday by far. Have you started to think about what you might do with money?
Yeah, I actually have. I'm actually putting some money away already. Build a pension plan, 401k, health insurance. Taking the right steps with good money.
Smart man.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let's get maybe one more good question here. Really not the answer, but really good one. Okay. Let's go 2 more. Let's go 2 more. How about you? Go ahead. The money team. You heard this morning about the money team?
That's right where he belongs. That's right where he belongs. Well, that's just me.
All right, let's do one last question. Okay. All right, go ahead. Make it good, man.
This question's for Manny. If you do go down 140,
would you go directly to fight Danny Garcia?
Well, my job is to box. No, that's the job of the work of the promoter. I can fight 140. Usually, I'm a fighter. I don't want to pick my opponent. Whoever my promoter gives me to fight, I will fight.
Okay, last question here.
If I could just say something in Manny's defense, it's not as easy as it looks picking opponents. Fighters, we have a lot of other things involved when it comes to who we fight. So it's not that easy to just like I want to fight that guy, fight that guy. So that's just keep in mind.
And as we close out, let's hear some statements for everybody here. Only question: who's going to win this fight, November 22nd?
Me.
Tim, let's hear your final thoughts here as we close out. November 22nd, who's going to win?
We coming to win, baby. Chris Algieri.
Chris, and final thoughts here to the media as we close out our promotion here this morning?
Just keep checking in, guys. From now until fight time, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of good stuff. My camp is open. Check out how all my training is going. And come November 22nd, you can see a great fight.
Freddie Roach, let's close it out.
You better bring it.
Better bring it. You heard it. And Mr. Pacquiao, final thoughts as we close out our special media presentation here.
I will very hard for this fight and make sure that I have 100% condition and that fight.